Stelezzi, and I got a really cool thing to show you today. Something I think a lot of people were curious about. Today, we're going to be looking at Age of Empires 3 Wars of Liberty Middle East Update maps. Middle East maps to be specific, because if you remember correctly, before we were mostly playing on ESOC maps, right? And sometimes some casual maps. Well, the devs have finally applied the Middle East maps to the patch beta, so I can actually use them against some bots. If for whatever reason one of the beta testers shows up and wants to do some multiplayer, I'd be more than happy to test that as well, but either way, we are going to be looking at maps today. It's pretty good. I'm going to be playing on each one of the maps. I think I'm not going to go back and count because I'm not the count from Sesame Street, but I think it's 9 to 10 maps. It's a pretty good set, actually. That covers a wide variety of environments, right? We got the Levant, we got the deserts in Arabia, we got parts of Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Persia, Lower Mesopotamia. They did a good job with the map variety. Basically encompasses the whole area we consider to be the Middle East, right? Everything from, Israel up to Uzbekistan and Afghanistan, basically. Yeah, quite good. Most definitely. So, yeah, I'm just going to share the stream with a couple Discord servers, and then we're getting right into some fun, right? Fun in the sun. Should be quite good, right? Oh, yeah, no, most definitely. I hope you all enjoy this, because I've been wanting to show you the maps for a while now, and actually get to test them myself. It looks like now the devs are pushing to get this release. I can't confirm 100%, but it's looking like we're going to see this thing released this month. Yeah, because from what I heard, this is supposedly the last version before release. They've sort of decided, well, we wanted to add the natives in, but that's going to take a little bit longer than expected, so they're gonna push that off for the hotfix, it looks like, and they decided to push off the creation of the new home cities into a hotfix as well. Except for the Afghan one. Kabul, as you know, was already completed, so Kabul is in there. And for all the other Middle Eastern cities, like the one you're looking at now for Bukhara, they just took a nice, cool image of that city and just stuck it in there to replace the default one, to make things look a little prettier. Because frankly, they didn't have to do this. They could have just said, alright, it's a placeholder home city, deal with it, cope. But no, they didn't even do that. They actually went through the trouble of finding a good photograph of the city, a good painting or piece of art of that city, and sticking it in there to act as the placeholder. So when you go into Bukhara, it does look like Bukhara. It's just not moving around and stuff. And frankly, if they can ever get the home cities done for whatever reason, because of assets or whatever, at least we got a nice thing to look at, basically, which is pretty cool. Yeah, most definitely. That's good at least, right? Oh yeah, no, I mean, to be frank, this looks pretty good, this image of Bukhara. And if you look at the thumbnail of the stream, I did actually use part of this image as part of that, pretty much. I took one of the blue spires of the mosque, one of the blue domes, and just stuck it in there. I was planning on doing a bigger view of it, but the Google was having a problem fitting it into the frame, and I was like, I think this looks alright. I'd rather see more of the blue dome, since that's the most iconic part of these Uzbek mosques, I would say, is the blue dome on it, so I wanted to make that a little bit more prominent. Yeah. Most definitely. So yeah, the plan tonight, we're going to do some AI battles on all these maps, and we're going to see which ones look great, which ones look alright, which ones, are a bit tough to get around, and which ones are total cancer to deal with. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they're all going to be good, right? Because obviously, I think Herds knows enough about Age of Empires 3 to know how to make a decent map. So I think in general, he probably did put some good work into these. But we'll see. We'll see with our own eyes if this is actually good or not. Most definitely. So yeah, I'm still sharing with Discord servers. I'm going to share with all the AW3 ones. I'm not leaving any servers behind today. Yeah. So yeah, let me just type something out real quick and I'll keep talking. Oh, yep. Okay, I'm trying to go in there now. Let more Juanitos know that we're starting with Middle East stuff. Because I haven't done any significant Middle East showcase stuff for a while now, right? Yeah, the last time I went into a real Middle East showcase stuff was when we were covering the Civs, right? The Afghans, the Uzbeks, the Saudis, and the Persians, and the Iranians. I did do that one video showcasing the new elephant aspect where elephants will actually fight back now and try to kill the villages that attack them, which I thought was a great feature. But other than that, nothing major. You know what I mean? And I think that's fine because, well, we're getting 4 new civs. We're getting the maps I'm going to be showcasing to you today. Things are looking really good for this version, you know. And it would have been great to have the native sites there and, you know, that sort of stuff. But honestly, the maps are functional. You know, I already play tested them all and they all work from what I could understand. You know, all the players spawn in, so you're not going to run into too many problems with them, which I think is really good. Most definitely very good. Well, you should be playing Age of Empires Online in 2025, Project Celeste. Yeah, I think I actually tried that. I thought it was alright. Wasn't my cup of tea, but yeah, no, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty solid. Most definitely. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna share this stream with the rest of the Discord servers that are interested, and then we'll continue with the live show tonight. Yeah, most definitely. Alright, I'm scrolling. What else we got? Got media here. That I did make an adjustment to my deck too, by the way, for the Uzbeks. Just so you know. There was a card in there I was like, you know, do I really need this card? Is it really benefiting me that much against anyone other than Latin American Cids? And I was like, probably not. I mean, it could help in some instances of people that spam assault units, I guess. Like, Kilisser lovers. But, other than that, I was like, you know, this isn't really going to benefit me that much anymore. So I just pulled back from it. I was like, yeah, no. I'm putting in an upgrade card in there. The, mule one, basically. Yeah, I thought that one might be appropriate. So I ended up going with that one at the end. So yeah, this is pretty good, right? Yeah, no. We got lots of viewers here. We got 3 people watching. I'm pretty stoked. Hopefully you get more. If you know anyone that likes Wars of Liberty, I'd get them on right now. Because we're going to be going over all the maps. And they might want to see what they look like. I mean, without the natives, they're not in their final form. Until the natives get added. But surely, the terrains, the animals, we're all there. Even the outlaws are there because they did add the outlaws in too. So you are going to be getting Middle Eastern outlaws on these maps at least. They got a shield and scimitar wielder. They got a camel archer, and then they have one armed with a rifle. So you are going to have some Middle Eastern theme outlaws on these maps instead of like renegados and pistoleros. So don't worry about that aspect. Because that was something I think a lot of people noticed early on with Wars of Liberty back in the old days was no matter what map you were on, you were basically dealing with pistoleros and renegados even in the middle of Ethiopian stuff. And it was like, you know, why are there cowboys in Ethiopia? I mean, Medilek technically wore a hat that looked like a cowboy hat, but still, like, come on, man. Yeah, but yeah, no, everything should be good now. Alright, almost done. I don't want to leave any Discord server unpasted at this point. Pasty. Absolutely. Big priority, yeah. Because I know a lot of the former modders of Wars of Liberty are also pretty interested in this project, so they'd love to see this as well, most definitely. Absolutely. Alright, right over there. Goal is to get as many people on as possible. I know there's a lot of people into this stuff. Really is. So, let me see. Which ones am I missing? I'm missing that one. And I'm missing a couple of other ones too. Should be all set. Yeah, no. This one. And then, see the other ones. This one I missed, yep. And which other ones we again? That one too. Okay, I think we got them all. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I did a thorough Henry David Thoreau job of it. Because, yeah, we want everybody to see these maps. I thought they were really good looking. So right now, we're going to go into the actual map viewing, if you don't mind, right? Okay, so here we go. Here we are in Bukhara, and here are the maps that we're going to be looking at tonight. We got the first one here. They're all labeled as, quote, new. The first one is Barbary Coast, right? First one's Barbary Coast so far. And then we got Fergana, second one. Then we have Hindu Kush. We got Iranian Plateau, Karakum Desert, Khorazium. We got Kizikum, the Levant, Mez Marches, and Zagros. So the Zagros Mountains. So pretty good variety. I mean, you got a few Persian maps like Zagros, Iranian Plateau. Hindu Kush is obviously Afghanistan. Levant. I call this Israel. I mean, if you look at a map, a geographical map, this would probably be pretty similar to Israel with a little bit of curvature at the top, I would say, because, yeah, I mean, you look at, this is Gaza, this is, Ashkelon here. Yeah, it's basically Israel, but, you have the Anatolia. I think they just melded all of Levant, like Israel, Lebanon, and coastal Syria together to form this, and then, yeah. But geographically, it's literally like Israel or Lebanon, because you got the coastal plain along here, you got the mountain range in the middle, and then you have the desert out in the back. So it's literally like how you would look at a state like Lebanon or Israel, I would say, in terms of geography. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna fight an AI here and see how. Well, we're not gonna do Levant. I think what we're gonna do is, we're going to go bottom to top, so we'll try the Zagros out first, and then we'll move up in the list. And we can alternate what civs we use as well, so I don't have to use Uzbeks on all of them. I could use Afghans, I could use Persians, really whatever I'm in the mood for. So, we're in the Zagros, right? So who would be fighting? We'd be fighting Iran, right? Nasser al-Din, most likely. Yep, that's what we'll do. We'll set to medium, expert. Yep, all the stats are in there, I think. It's classic. I don't want the AI creeping up on me with trade monopoly, so we'll give this one a go. Alright, I am going to play as Uzbeks against Persians. Let's see how good this map is. Is it a good map, a bad map? We'll find out. We'll find out sure enough. I guarantee you. The long mound forming the ascent of the Iranian plateau, steep edges and uneven ground. The trade route winds through the cliffs, requiring the key passes for access. Yep. So there's a lot of trade routes on here, basically, and you have to control the passes to really get good map control here. So right away, here we are. I'm going to start out with the Turkmen nomads, since that's the most aggressive one, if you remember correctly. And we're going to start pumping out villagers right away. Yep. Get to work on that. Oh wow, look, they added the staff back in. That's cool. That's a big stick he's got. Yeah, no, he's got a pretty big stick there. Most definitely. Alright, let's get the 30 food there. Get some more aldinos in. Right away, we would build a mahala for our population, and then we would build a madrasa for our tech research for aging up. Basically, it's like the African library, but a little bit different. Yeah, I know you guys haven't seen Middle East in a while, so you might need a bit of a refresher of how these cids actually function and stuff. So yeah, basically a mahala is like a big giant house that gives you like 20 population. It does cost 200 wood, so, it is a fair cost, honestly. Not only that, though, it also researches all of your capital text, too. So you don't actually have, like, a separate capital building for this if you literally do it all with the mahala. And we'll just add some more bills in here. I'm going to be doing my Comp Stomp deck, I think, for the most part. Yeah.
Emriniz.
Okay, we got 60 food. Beautiful. Let's start herding in these animals right away. Right away. Alright, so far we got the 60 food treasure here. And I'm gonna ship in, most likely, I might get the Turbia first. The Turbia basically makes it so all my market techs are oh no. Nah, I didn't want that. It's alright, we're gonna be getting a new nomad anyways. I didn't realize that little kitty was still alive. I thought he was dead already. I was like, why is he still doing alive, man? Should already be defeated by now. Yeah, no. I was like, that's a little weird. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna let me try to chop some wood right now. Can I chop some wood real fast and get a bazaar, as it's called? Yeah, I'm gonna build a bazaar real fast so I can research some market techs. And then I'll be able to get them all for free, basically. The good thing about these Turkmen nomads is they have more damage output. So they do about 20 hand damage, but they are nerfed to not be too overpowered against treasure guardians. So really, the damage output against a treasure guardian would be about, I'd say like 8 or 9, which, you know, it's still not bad, but it's not as big as, you know, the main number is. Yeah, I just wanted to get some wood out of the way here so we can pick up the Madrasa tech. Well, the Madrasa tech will be the next step because we're going to be sending another card that helps out with that. Okay, so here's the bazaar right here. This is our market structure. We're going to be researching the Nastitic script. It makes all our yellow Madrasa techs cheaper. And yep, that's basically going to allow us to cycle through those very quickly. I'm not going to attack that kitty again just yet. I might just wait until we get our next Turkmen nomad out before I really start working on that. Yeah, as you can tell, these melee spots do function. They do work. So don't worry about that. AI developers in the Legacy game have come a pretty far way, you know, in terms of technology. So back in the old days, you know, you couldn't have, like, functioning civs. You couldn't have functioning AIs that belong to new civs and cultures. And nowadays, you know, AI coders have been able to find that stuff out. So now, yes, you can indeed have a working Afghan or Persian or Saudi Arabian AI that knows what it's doing, which I think is a pretty neat thing, yeah. So right now, basically I'm just gonna... Is it safe to go on for the attack yet? I'm gonna start pumping out these yellow Madrasa techs now, Cool Husbandry. For Uzbeks, that gives us a bunch of sheep, and it also allows the sheep to fatten up faster as well. Yeah, just so you know, Middle East does not have livestock pens in the traditional sense. Instead of having a livestock pen structure, you simply just use these nomads to fatten up the sheep around them and stuff. They can train more herdables, they can also research your selective breeding for you. Yep, basically just mobile livestock pens. They're people, like actual shepherds, you know, that's what they are. That's why they call them a nomad. They're a shepherd that can, like, help you keep the herdables going and everything in the herd, which is quite good. And yeah, we're basically gonna check up on our explorer's stats here. Abu El-Ghazi Big. Is he ready yet to engage in combat? I don't think so, so we're just gonna play it safe. I'm waiting to see if we can get that Turkmen, No, we already got the Turkmen. The Kurg's nomad out, the one on the Bactrian camel. Let's try to bring these Kurakul sheep up to here now. Yep, Nastalic scripts. I didn't pick that up yet, did I? No. Okay, in that case then, we're just gonna... I actually might just go for, Slave Emporium. Yeah, I'll go for Slave Emporium. Let's get the Slave Emporium in, yeah. So that way we can get some extra nomads. Very good. I honestly thought I picked that up at this point. I was like, whoa, what am I doing, man? It's alright, though. It's alright. What would this cost to get? Ark of Bukhara. That costs 250 gold, so that's a kind of a pricey cost right now. So Likely going to avoid the red text for now at least. Then we can focus on those later. Alright, now we got white gold. Very good. I'm just gonna let the Kurg. Actually, Kurgs, you know what you can do? You can make me a yurt here. A kibika. We'll put it right here so all the huntables go up right against it. We can hunt it easier. Yep, let's lure in all the animals right there. Very nice. Perfect. You know what they should do to make it more like the 5th edition? They should also have it so that the structure also allows you to gather faster around it too for the food. That would be a nice little perk they could add to it to make it feel a little bit nicer and a bit more like D. Now I feel like we'll go a bit of a longer way, honestly, in terms of like strategy. At least that's what I would say for the most part. I'm gonna go Turkmen again, I think, yeah. Let's go Turkmen. Now let's go up and start hunting those now. I'm gonna grab another yellow tech, I think. River damming, so we can get some more sheep. I could also bring in the Eid Korban now, and also get the selective breeding, so we can fan these sheep up right away and start eating them quickly. Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually. Yeah, no, I think it's a solid idea. Well, actually, no, this is the tech that allows us to eat them faster. I was trying to remember, is that the one that fattens them faster, or is that the one that helps me gather from them quicker? That's the one that allows us to gather from them quicker. So yeah, right away, what we're going to get is probably a barrack. We'll get a barracks first. I think this isn't a barracks, actually. This is a forge, and it trains all of our non-gunpowder soldiers. So it makes archers, units with swords, units with spears, units with lances, halberds, polearms, bows, as I mentioned. Yeah, so really anything it isn't a gun. You could normally say it's the building where you make all your melee troops, but that's just not true, because if your civ has access to horse archers or dismounted archers like this civ does, you can basically make those here too. So for us, that would be the Uk Oili. That's our unit there, that's our archer, and that's what we would use for that purpose. Also, I'm going to pick up the second wood chopping now, because we need a bit more wood for some infrastructure here. I could ship in some wood too. I mean, that's another option. I could ship in some wood right now, and that might be alright. I'm basically trying to farm up as many of these Turkmen nomads as possible, because I plan on making some of these mud structures near the enemy base, the Alamans. They're basically these mud towers that will spawn Gaia units near them, much like the Tartarus Gate from ancient mythology. And that'll actually not only hurt his units, they'll hurt my units too. But the reason I want to make them is so I can essentially turn his base into total chaos and send him reeling, basically, yeah. It's kind of the idea. I mean, at this point, it's like, do I need to really herd these in, per se? Not really. I might put a yurt right here. Let's organize these ones a bit. I'll get another Kurgs right now, if that's the case. Yeah, it's important that you keep checking back so you can keep alternating your nomads when you reach the build limit on one of them, so you can get the most out of them. Yeah. I'm gonna start making some archers right now. Some more Gailis. So there's our hunt right there. We should be able to handle this one in our area, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll pick up the falconry now, because it's about time we start researching into that, I think. I also set up another Mahala right here, just so we have enough eco. Yeah, we're doing okay right now, I think. Yeah, most definitely. I might actually eventually get rid of the villagers here and put in another sort of upgrade card, I think. Just because I don't think the villagers are really... Well, I mean, they're sometimes necessary, so I'm probably going to keep them. I'm going to get some more Gailis here. Just start establishing defense.
Emriniz
I'll
derhal
get another forge right now.
Turgaymen.
Honestly, at this starting phase, you really don't need to go gun. You don't have to make a gunsmith right away, because the only gunsmith unit you get at this stage is the Sarbaz, so your musketeer. But really, you get a bigger troop variety by building forges. You get access to your like Hussar unit, the Jigget. You get a spearman for anti-cav, and then you get the Oikaili to fight muskets and dragoons. So technically, for the Uzbeks, the forge is like the best building to like invest in typically. In other situations, you might choose differently, but here I think it's a little bit more appropriate to go that route. Right, and we almost got some of those cool sheep almost done, so we'll be able to eat them up very quickly and harvest them. Yeah, let's start eating some of this meat right here. Meat to eat. I'm gonna get another Mahala right now, just so we have it. I could also start building up my royal court as well, so that way maybe I can start investing into some of those too. I'm trying to remember what my royal court stuff costs actually. Yeah. Also, a lot of these Middle Eastern maps have access to date palms, which is quite good because guess what you can do with the date palms? You can research your fruit picking text like fruit picking. Yeah, fruit picking. This will benefit wild berries as well as the ones that grow from your fountains as well for your late game. Because if you remember correctly, Middle East does not have a standard farm or plantation, they just use berry gathering.
Emriniz, Tinegeninizni, Emrinizge madem, Heşber, hücum külünler. Hazır, Emrin, hücum külünler. Hazır, Heşber'inler.
Hadi bak. Hücum.
Emriniz, hep kurallanınlar. Cem, hep kurallanınlar. Heşber'inler. Heşber'inizge madem, Heşber'inizge madem. Heşber'inler. Emriniz, Heşber'inler. Emrinizge madem.
Düşündüm.
Tinegeninizni,
Tuş bargaymen. Tuş bargaymen. Can kılgaymen. Deraht keskaymen. Düşündüm. Deraht keskaymen.
Tayyar Cem kuk.
Selam can kılgaymen.
Emriniz, tu derhal kuraymen. Düşündüm. Emriniz, Kurallaninglar. Dilegeniniz
Hazır.
Şuşun diyeyim.
Kahili.
Kulhaymen. Mit eşkaringlar. Emriniz diye mademen. Emriniz.
Nirmak ki. Charge.
Hob emirim. Derhal Kulhaymen.
Emrin he bargaymen. Kurgaymen.
Sala. Hazır. Kuraymen. Tayda tü derhal Kulhaymen.
He can kılgaymen.
Em bak hob emirim. Bahraymen.
Selam der can kılgaymen.
Hazır. Kulhaymen. Kulhaymen. Şuşun diyeyim.
Emri he düşündüm. Kurgaymen. Tayyarmen. He derhal kılgaymen. Kurgaymen. Kurgaymen.
So far, I haven't really had too many complaints about the map. At least if I'm hanging out around my base area. I think in general, it's not too many problems, you know what I mean? I can sort of just hold the fort down where I am and not worry about it much, I think, which is quite good.
Can kılgaymen.
That's at least quite positive. Looks like the AI is lagging a bit. I hope this isn't going to be a constant issue. I'll get some Chagatai literature as well. Okay, so far we got about 36 archers, we got some Sodabas. Well, we got a pretty good stack of troops right now, so I don't think the AI is really ready to attack us yet, just because we've been doing so well with the massing and stuff. We'll pick up the Uwakali upgrade. We could upgrade the Sodabas now as well. I was thinking about using our excess gold and wood to start adding in some of the Zambaraks, perhaps, maybe.
Salam.
Yep, we should start getting some mining. We should pick up the windlass now, just so we can get some good mining out of this. There's also another silver mine right there, too, which I'm thinking about picking up right now, because this one's so close to us on this plateau area. We should be able to basically control it, I think, pretty easily. So we'll just go over there right now, just get out of the way, pretty much, yeah. Also, we are starting to add in, you know, the berry economy, so we probably should pick up our Zir pots to make all of our food rates better. And then we can also start adding in, we could go donkey cavalry, because donkey cavalry actually makes it so that our cavalry is 10% cheaper and adds 10% HP on them too. So it's really a good card to go for if you're going for a cavalry based strategy. And then we can also start picking up the second Persia, because the main idea with Persians for me is typically to go full Persian. So when I get to age 4, I can send shipment after shipment of Persian interference, get in a big mass of 17 Janbas, all statted up and everything, which is usually pretty good to go for. Yeah, since as you know, Janba's pretty good unit. I mean, 32 range attack, 169 HP. It's a pretty solid musketeer to add to your force, pretty much. Especially compared to a Sardbaz, I think they're a little bit better because they do more damage. I mean, yeah, at this stage, the Sardbaz has a similar HP profile, but the attack is a lot less, I would say. So definitely the Janbaz in general is going to be a bit of a better choice for you in terms of combat. We got some more Janbaz right here. We got the nomads sent up in this. Up, AI's coming at us again. That's fine. I wanted to use them to sort the bellwether to figure out what they're doing. And yeah, we should be able to counteract it now, especially with such a huge force of stuff. Like, his odds of like wiping out these founds is pretty low. And the good news is since these are indeed, you know, berry bushes, even if you lose the building, you can still gather from the bushes that you were able to come up with. So there is a bit of an added benefit there. He has a mercenary now, the Avar rifleman, the Marumohos from Dagestan. Let's wipe those out right now. I mean, we are running into a bunch of spearmen, but we have so many of these gigots, it's really not that much of an issue right now. Oh, beautiful. Good job. Let's get out again. And we could start adding some more citadels, too, because guess what? The Uzbeks have a cool Cid bonus where every time you age up, you get another build limit added to your citadels. So they're sort of like the Portuguese of the Middle East, you know, the ability to amass tons of town centers. Now, you don't get the convenience of being able to make them with the covered wagon unless you use some of these citadel cards from the home city, which adds even more citadels to your build limit. But at least you know you can have like a bajillion town centers. I think technically though, you do actually have the ability to have even more town centers than the Portuguese do. Because here's the thing, like by the time you get to Imperial Age, you'll be able to have like 5 citadels on their own. And then you'll be able to like use 3 cards from the home city to bring your citadel rate up to like 8. So technically you'd have like 2 more town center type structures as the Uzbeks than you would the Portuguese. Which is a pretty cool property actually, yeah, I know. And if we research more of these red techs, it actually allows it so the citadels will have more range attack and thus be able to defend better, which is really good. Also, we're going to pick up another citadel here, I think. Trying to see. I'm gonna ship in some more citadels too. I'm gonna get Merv and Samarkand, just so we can like defend for. Okay, so the bot is getting a little bit aggressive now, so it's probably appropriate we start retreating now back towards the base. He's getting a little bit cocky, I would say, and thinks he can get away with a lot. So we probably should try to deal with that. But I think for right now we should be all right. I mean, we can provide plenty of gigots and other troops as needed to deal with them. Right, here comes the Schutz mercenaries. He does have some artillery there. The Midfas. These are basically falconets drawn by camels, pretty much. I think they're statistically a little bit weaker than falconets because you can ship more of them in home city cards usually. But yeah, no, they act as the role of the falconet. He also has a Jurchen Potion. This is an assault cavalry, so this is a heavily armored cavalry unit. Took it out. Very nice. Okay. So how much bushes do we have here, actually? I'm a little bit scared to go up for that hunt now because I just saw how aggressive this AI is. I'm just gonna get pruning shears right now and hang out in the base at this point for food. Yeah. Yeah, we have about 4 town centers at our base right now, so we're doing quite good for defense. I also want to pick up my Shujla, my second gather rate technology. It's not a gather rate technology. These are actually technologies to improve the spawn rate of your bushes. Because all of your gather rate technologies for the bushes are actually at the bazaar. The ones at the fountain are actually so that the fountains will actually pump out bushes faster as you age up, becoming a more and more permanent part of your economy than a less permanent part. And eventually, what we can eventually do is, which is probably the recommended thing, is we can get one of our nomads here that we know we're not going to use, right? Also, I'm going to go back to the Turkmen, I think. So what you eventually can do is the Uzbeks. Consider making cool sheep going forward whenever you get the chance, right? Like just train up a few quick ones, and then you'll be able to use them constantly through the match, yeah. Because now we're going to be able to eat all these cool sheep, and we're going to get like a bajillion food out of it on top of what we're pumping out over there, so yeah, it's quite good. Let's see. I might just get another citadel. Just so we can turtle here. Just so we can turtle against the AI. In terms of this, we could pick up a few ghulams in case he has some Jolshin potions. We'll also get some orc oilies.
Salam.
Right. The skirmisher that they got here, the Mergen, these are better near the citadels. So these are better if you're turtling. And if you are going to go on the offense, make sure you put up a citadel where you're going to make the most of these. I think for right now, though, we should just be fine with the orc oilies. And in fact, we get this card in Age 4 that will turn all of our orc oily archers into Mergens and gives the Mergens better combat stats. But don't worry, though, if you like these archers, you can upgrade them to Guard and Imperial. You know, they're not like the European crossbowmen that just sort of get phased out. No, you can keep making these archers throughout the game if that's something you're totally into doing. So, yeah, you at least have that reassurance when you're playing Middle East, that you'll be able to, like, upgrade your spearmen, your archers, all of your troops, no problem. Your swordsmen, all that. He's sending a ton of cavalry. Oh, he's got the Quizzlebash. Let's get the Quizzlebash here. A levy horseman armed with the sword, good against skirmishers. How much? They get 5x against skirmishers? That's pretty scary, actually. That's a little frightening. No, I'm a little concerned about that. What's he got here? He's got Legion Paraguayas, so he's making Paraguayan Grenadier mercenaries, it looks like. Yep. Let's try to deal with those right now, yeah. The Schutzen are even a little bit scary because those are like heavily armored skirms. He also has the Maltese Cacciatori, another skirmisher right there. Take all these out possible. I'm gonna just add more builds on, yeah. Where are we gonna get our wood though? We got plenty of wood back here, honestly, so we'll just go there. I can get my scaffolding now, which is my third wood tech. Also, I'm going to start picking up more of these techs, too. Crossroad of Cultures, Nazrua Reforms, and then Furigana Fertility. If I remember correctly, this is actually a map that we're going to see today in this map list, so that's something actually worth looking into. Now, right away, when you think of this map, I sort of think of the Khan a little bit because you have this huge sort of like cliff here that helps protect the front of our base. We really just have to worry about this area here, up here, and sort of down this angle. But because there's a lot of cliff faces on this map, it does protect us from a lot of potential threats and allows us to wall easier. So I think in that sense, this map is going to be great for people that love the turtle a bit. And they should definitely consider checking it out then, if they're into that sort of feature. What else am I going to make? I'm going to make some more of the Ghulams, I think. Can make some more of these Orkailis. Could make some more Jiggets. And maybe some... I don't need no cars yet, right? Nah. It's not doing a lot of heavy infantry just yet, so... I'll probably just stick with that for right now. I could upgrade my Zams just in case if we need them. I don't think we will, but if we do, at least that's going to be in the running next. Zambaraks in this game are actually mounted Abyss Gunners in terms of performance. Well, not exactly because they don't have multipliers against Dragoons and they're not necessarily good against really any... No, they're actually really bad against Dragoons because they count as artillery, right? So they can technically be gutted very easily by Dragoons and Culverins. But they're like a mobile form of artillery that you can spam easily. Alright, so far we're just spamming archers here. You know, they'll do Quizaks. Quizaks are simply just scout units that have multipliers against villagers, mercenaries, and various other units. So yeah, they're pretty good for like barbaric purposes. Siege is pretty decent too. So far we're doing alright here, honestly. Trying to get that Quizak now right there. Now all these troops if possible. Yep, very good. That one out too. Alright, we're in Industrial Age now, so we'll just pick this up, and then we can start. I'm going to get the third Royal Court here with Shah Rukh Khan to get us the bigger batch of Jinbazin, and then we can start shipping Jinbazin constantly here. Get access to very good muskets. Yeah. And then we'll add in some Jiggets as well. And we can get the guard upgrade on too. Regulated Jiggets, that's a guard upgrade. Those should be a little bit better here in terms of combat. And then at this point, if we're going with Mergens, I'll just pick up the guard upgrade right now for them. So those Mergens will be fully upgraded. Here they are. Look at all the Mergens. So, yep, if we're near a citadel, notice the little, like, booster thing they have around them. It basically means they're being boosted by the citadel, and thus they do a little bit more damage than they normally do, which is pretty good. Oh man, he's coming at me again. What has he got over there? How's he sieging me so well? Is he really spamming that much stuff to, like, succeed in combat, or what? I have no idea. Okay, now what we can do is we can basically think about grabbing this mine back here. It's right around the corner. Yep. Let me trying to figure out here what we... Let's add some bills onto there now. Oh, the Mergens are looking great. Yeah. 18 damage now. And what next? I don't know. Trying to figure it out. Because right now I actually want to get some more fountains and stick them onto gold. So we'll have the gold bushes ready next, yeah. At this rate, we could get another citadel here too, just to protect this area. Wait a minute, no, we didn't get another one on Egypt. Yep. So it does cap off at some point, it looks like, yeah. That's good. That's good for balance, I think. Yeah, he's throwing these cavalry, these Joshin potions and Kozaks at us like crazy. Yeah, what makes these guys special is they have extra hand armor, so they have like a hand armor of like 50%. Normally, assault cavalry is going to have like hand armor of like 40% at most, but they have a 50%, so they're actually tanking about half the melee damage that they receive, which is quite good, quite useful. Oh wait a minute, no, I messed up. This should stay on food. Those ones can go on gold. Yeah. I'm also going to pick up Anbar there so we can get the last sort of spawn rate technology for the bushes. And then I'll also pick up Suzani for increased income of gold from bushes. And then we'll send our first batch of Janbaz in too. But I think I'd still like to do some archers in case he does dragoons, so I'll add a few in and get their guard upgrade. So far we're doing alright though, I think. You know, it's not looking too bad at all. Oh man, he's coming right after my stuff. Not good. It's alright, I mean, we're doing so well in the economy. It's like I don't even really care as much what he's up to right now. We can kind of hold the fort against whatever he does. And you know what I'm thinking now? You know what we should really get? We should get the Shagrid Pishas. These guys are really good. They're basically like a mounted skirmisher, and they like shred units very well. So if you're ever playing as the Uzbeks, try to get the Shagrid Pishas. They're like a really good troop to invest in, typically. He's also been building his caravanserais as well, I can tell. So why has he got bills over here? It's crazy. We got Aldinos here for us, sir. Okay, here's the Janbaz. Yeah, at this stage they're very dangerous. They have like 40 range attack, and then by Imperial it goes up even more. So Yeah, they're definitely going to be a better musket to go for when you can instead of the Sarbaz. Sarbaz are good if you need like a bit of extra filler in your army, but if you can go without the Sarbaz, go without them and just make Janbaz, typically. I'm just trying to siege this caravanserai right now so I can take it over. What sets a caravanserai separate from a regular train post is that it starts out with the range attack, kind of making them similar to the tombos of the Inca from the 5th edition. So basically a train post that starts out with the range attack instead of having to like send a card for it. Get all these right now. Should be able to push these bills now too. I think he was trying to look for a hunt and he wasn't able to find one, so yeah. At this stage, I think the Middle Eastern AI sort of fall off the earth a bit because they just don't know what they're doing. Build second fort with Fort Wagon. He doesn't have a fort, though. What are you talking about, Wills? You don't have a fort. You're talking about Wills. You have no fort. Another Sigrid Pisha. Yeah, so these guys basically have a range attack of like 24 with 3 splash and 15 range. And then they get a mouse against assault, right? So they're pretty scary troop across the board, I would say, yeah. We get Jazair now to benefit all of our skirmish units, right? So yeah, basically what this will do is it will essentially allow the Shagrid Pisha to actually do 2x multipliers against muskets, making them a much more significant troop, yeah. And then we can ship in some more Janbaz too, which would be a nice add-on here. We should be able to start pushing out here against the opponent as well. What I like is a lot of these trade route areas are all being sort of protected by the geography, right? Yeah, no, the geography is protecting a whole lot of these, pretty much. So we can essentially guard the trade route as well as our base a lot easier, you know what I mean? Because you get these narrow passes through these agros that essentially makes it hard for the enemy to sort of, you know, surround you as much, and you can basically go after these trade routes a lot easier then, which is quite useful. He gets my Jigits up there now. More Janbaz here. Janbazin. Get some food over there, very nice. Let's push in up here too. And just so you know, if you do want to reach Imperial Age, you have to get all the Madrasa texts, every single one of these. So yeah, that's something you have to absolutely be aware of. So right away, right, you know what I can do right now, which might be smart. I should be able to take my nomads here, my Turkmens, right, and put them on the offense in this base. Where's my Turkmens? Can I find where my Turkmen are? I'm trying to find them all. Where's my Turkmens? Donde están mis Turkmens? Here they are. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically set them forward up there, right? Take all my Turkmens. And what I want to do with them is I want to set them forward up there, and I want to start using them to rush this base out before we go in. To sort of pepper them up and weaken them a bit. Also, we can pick up line of sight. We can get the oil lamp for that, and we can pick up the Muezzin as well for the buildings. I may as well get a mosque too, just so I can trickle some XP. This is the mosque. It's an utterly beautiful structure. Oral poetry just makes our nomad build limit a bit bigger and gives him some more combat. Yeah, there's a lot of things to keep track of when you're playing a Middle Eastern Civ compared to a regular one. But often it's pretty rewarding since you have strong features like the Royal Court that makes up for it. By far, and a bit of an easier age-up system that you don't have to invest as much resources into up front. I'm just looking to see where his... Okay, so he's right here. What we're going to do is we are going to set up our Trying to look to see where his TC is. So I want to start setting up these Alamans right in his base, yeah. Where's his citadel at? Okay, so he's got one right there. Interesting. Yeah, I guess the geography here is a little bit messy, yeah. I'm trying to find a good spot to put this down on, yeah. Because normally you can build these Alamans near enemy town centers and they'll actually spawn Gaia units to attack the enemy with, which is quite good. But it doesn't seem to work on this map at all, so I might need to let them know that, yeah. You know what I might do actually, after this match I'll just run a quick test on a standard map and see if it works there, because if it doesn't, then that means that they did something to the code in the Alaman and it no longer works. But it might just be a map bug, yeah. Then they can fix that up real quick and patch it up, yeah. Where's my Joshin potions? Here they are. And my chicken meat passions. Yep, these guys, once they get the multiplier of the heavy infantry, then they become like really savage units that can do some pretty good stuff, yeah. I'm ready to start pushing them now, honestly. For the map in general, the natives are going to be certain individuals right here, so I actually rely on American AI with the Congresieros. But since they don't have the natives done yet, that's sort of going to be the placeholder for now until they have that added. Yeah. It's alright, I mean, the Congresieros are a great native unit, so until the real natives are ready, you're going to have a really solid native warrior to use on this map, since they'll have some good multipliers against infantry, obviously, and then have the armor against siege as well, which is quite good. Like he's shipping a bunch of stuff here, yeah. Doesn't look like he knows how to use his wagons at all. Yeah, he can't build citadels with them, he can't build works with them, so yeah, they gotta train the AI on how to use that, I think. Make the most of them. It's definitely... Yeah, because it looks like the AI just doesn't build a lot of economy uptake and reliably push it, and then you eventually just cook them. At least that's what I'm getting the gist of here. Yep, this guy's definitely cooked. So yeah, after this, we're going to run a quick test on like a regular non-militia map to see if the Alamans work. Because if we lost functionality to the Alamans, I'm not going to be too happy about that, because that was one of my most favorite buildings, and I'm going to have to say, hey, beep beep beep. Check the map code, maybe something's off on them. Yeah, because I don't know how they code that for the Alamans. It might be a map by map bit of script that allows them to work, for all I know. So, yeah. Because if it works on, like, say, Esau Great Plains or something, or High Plains, then, you know, it's definitely not the feature itself. It's just the map is concerned, like, tag and say, okay, this is the rules about the town center distance. Go add them. But let's siege into this now. Let's go here. Good. Pushing through. Take out that servant right there. Very good. Oh, he did build some of the works. He built the coin work there, and he built the food one there. So why couldn't he have built the other ones, though? It's a little bit strange, actually. Yeah, so he actually knew how to build some of the factories just fine. Yeah. Because, see, originally what Brits were originally going to do was they were going to essentially give you different structures like mills and plantations and stuff, and then a factory that could make rockets. But sort of the compromise they made for balance was, okay, we're going to get rid of the factory, right? Which is something making it OP, and we're going to get rid of the, like, mill and We're going to get rid of like the fountain wagons, which is kind of lame and useless, and we're going to find a middle ground and add works in. So it gives you a more effective economy, but also takes out the rockets from the equation, making it feel a bit more fair. Yeah, so geographically, this is what the map looks like. So you got these two sort of like mountainous plateaus. Got one over here, and then you got one over here with the native on it. You got the middle pass here, and a bit of elevation on this side. And yeah, it's basically a really good map for walling and choke pointing on, as you can tell. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. So yeah, I'm going to run the test right now, and then we'll know right away if Alamans work in general here or not. So let's just do like Isaac Mendocino or something. We could, with the quick cheat code tests, because if it works on there, I'm going to be kind of feel rest assured at that point. But if it doesn't, then I know they bug something along the way with the code.
I cast to you words of anger and resentment. There shall be no peace between us.
Hazır.
Derhal kılgay men. Kurgay men. Kurgay men. He kurgay men.
Selam. Hadi bakalım. Evet. Doğru.
You stand no chance against my skilled legions? Surrender now.
Emriniz.
Derhal kılgay kurgay men. Kurgay men. Kurgay men. Kurgay men. Emriniz he.
Emrin tam doğru. Tamam. Hadi bakalım. Tamam. Olur. Doğru. Tamam. Olur. Hadi bakalım. Tamam. Hadi bakalım. Tamam. Olur. Hadi bakalım. Doğru. Tamam. Doğru. Evet. Tamam. Olur. Doğru. Hazır. Tamam. Hücum. Doğru. Tamam. Olur. Emrin.
His name-o. Basically, it does work on this map, so yeah, okay. So, I need to let them know that you can't build Alamans on Zagros Mountains, basically. It's good to know for sure. So when they go for the second phase of testing, they'll know that basically, alright, so Zagros needs to allow the building of Alamans. And likely the case for the... We could look at another map and see if it works there. If we get the same issue on that map too, then we know it's totally something that they have to fix with the Alamans. Because the Alman is like a pretty critical aspect of Uzbek aggression, so if you don't have a working Alman, that's kind of a big issue, yeah. So what map are we looking at now in terms of gameplay here? Let's go up. Donde está? Ooh, the Mez marshes. Huh, interesting. So for this one, I might do Persians for this one actually, yeah. Let me give the Iranians a try. I like the Iranians. The Iranians are probably like my best Civ for Middle East in terms of performance. So yeah, I'll play something that's more thematic. Because if you remember historically, Mesopotamia for the most part, after so many years, became just like a part of Persia for the most part. So I think it makes sense to have Iranians battling in the lower marshes of Mesopotamia. Yep, it's basically those salt marshes between the Persian Gulf and the upper parts of Mesopotamia pretty much. So yeah, all that sort of stuff that's in Iraq, basically. The HC is a paint. Yeah, yep, it's a paint for right now. And pre-release build. Yep. Thanks for letting them know, Hoop. Yep, it's like I said before. There's a good chance that this patch is going to come out still going to come out this month. I think they just have to maybe work that aspect out of it so the Almans will work. But yeah, no. I mean, if it comes down to it, like after we're done playing on all the maps, I can like come back later and see. All right. Can I build Almans on this map? Can I build them on this map? And if that's not the case, they probably just have to enable like one flag on each of them. And that's like a quick and easy fix to patch on. So for this instance, I think we'll just fight like a regular AI like the British or something. Something basic. Yeah, we'll fight the British maybe. We'll fight Queen Victoria. In a 1v1 with all the same stats. Alright, so let's see how this looks. I'll review the map after the match, but I'll mostly just focus on gameplay here right now. So let's give it a go and see how good it is.
بله اطاعت میشه
حکمونو میارده
چه کن از اطاعت میشه از اطاعت میشه اما از بله امر
موخ بیرخته لجمخکه
چیکار کن؟ شکار چی؟
چه کار کنم از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم
بله آماده‌ام اطاعت میکنم به کدام نقطه حرکت میکنم بله شکارچی
به گوش هستم شکارچی بله اطاعت میسازم
اما بله اطاعت میشه از اینکه من آزاد بله اطاعت میشه بله چه کار اطاعت میشه از اینکه من آزاد بله اطاعت میشه
به گوش هست به کدام نقطه شکارچی
آمادم از اینکه من آزاد کردم متشکرم بله اطاعت میشه چه کار از اینکه من آزاد بله
آماده‌ام اطاعت میسازم
بله اطاعت میشه از اینکه من اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. بله امره. چیکار کنم؟ اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کرد اطاعت میشه.
بگوش بله شکارچی
میارده.
چه کار؟ از اینکه من آزاد بله. آمادم. اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. بله اطاعت میشه. بله
بله شکارچی
هوخ بایرخته.
بله اطاعت میشه. بله
ليش مخكي؟
آماده اطاعت میشه. بله
حكمونا ومنا.
بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. چه کار کن؟ اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد بله از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. آمادم. بله
ليش ريشخان ميارته. ريشخان وهل بایرخته.
بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
آماده بله. اطاعت به کدام نقطه؟
چه کار کنم؟ بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
آمادم چوب بر اطاعت میکنم. به کدام نقطه؟
آمادم. بله از اینکه من بله اطاعت میشه.
بله بله حرکت
به گوش
میکنم.
هستم. حرکت اطاعت. چوب بر بله آمادم شکارچی
بله شکارچی به گوش هستم. شکارچی چیکار کنم؟ حرکت میکنم. میسازم. آمادم. چوب بر. چیکار کنم؟ چوب بر.
چه کار کنم؟ از اینکه من آزاد بله از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. اطاعت میشه.
حکمونا ريشخان ميارده. بایرخته. ليش مخكي
بله بله
حكمون ليش خانوهل
چه کار کنم؟ اطاعت میشه.
هو میارده
به گوش هستم. حرکت میکنم. میسازم.
بله اطاعت بله حرکت میکنم بیرخته
آماده. بله از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
بله اطاعت
بله اطاعت میشه. بله از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
آمادم حمله جنگم بله حمله می جنگم حمله جنگم
بله حمله بله از اینکه من از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
I see you are wasting your time on penny ante looting.
بله بله
بله اطاعت میشه. بله اطاعت میشه.
میروم. چه اطاعت
آماده. بله میسازم. چکار به کدام نقطه؟ میوه چین. بله حرکت میکنم. میسازم. چکار کنم؟ میوه چین.
بله به کدام نقطه؟ میسازم.
ریشخان میارده ریش میارده
چوبور
حکمونه و منه میارده
چه از اطاعت میشه.
هو خغلی
بله چه از بله از اینکه بله اطاعت میشه. بله
چه کار کنم
آمادم. چوب بر.
آماده اطاعت میشین. من از اطاعت چک از بله. از بله.
بگوش اطاله میسازم.
بایرخته
بله.
ریشخند
از
وهل
اینکه من چکار
آمه
کنم؟
چوب بر.
چکار؟ بله.
حرکتات
آماد میروم.
به گوش چوب بر.
بله اطاعت میشه.
میارته میارته
چه کار؟ حرکت اطاعت.
میارته
بله اطاعت میشه. از بله.
چیکار کنم؟ چوب بر. آمادم. میسازم. بگوش اطاعت میکنم. میسازم. آمادم. بله اطاعت میکنم. میسازم.
بله چوب بر. میسازم. به گوش هستم. به کدام نقطه؟
بایرخته
آماده. چوب بر. میسازم.
از اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
بله به اطاعت میکنم. میسازم.
بله. میسازم. به گوش هستم. به کدام نقطه؟ میسازم. آماده. کارگر معدن. بگو. بله.
آماده حمله.
چوب بر.
چه کار کنم؟ می جنگم. حمله. بله آماده هم می جنگم.
بله بله میسازم. چکار؟ چوب بر. به کدام؟ چوب بر.
آماده.
بله چوب بر. میسازم.
می جنگم.
چکار؟
حمله.
حمله.
آماده‌ام. اطاعت.
بله.
به گوش هستم. به کدام نقطه؟ میسازم. میسازم.
به گوش هستم. آماده. میوه چین. به گوش هستم. آماده. میوه چین.
از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
بله. میسازم.
بله. چوبور.
چه کار کن؟ بله.
میروم.
چکار حرکت. بله.
You are so backward. What will your soldiers use to fight mine? Clubs?
چه کار کنم؟ میوه چین. گوش هست. میوه چین. آمادم. میوه چین.
حمله. 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 چکار کن؟ حمله. بله. حمله.
بله. برای به کدام نقطه؟ میوه چین.
بله.
اطاعت.
آماده.
به گوش کن. چوبور. حرکت. چوبور.
بله. اطاعت میشه.
میروم.
چه کار کنم؟
آمادم. چوبور. بله. اطاعت. میوه چین.
ریشخندول.
بله. بله. اطاعت. بله.
بله.
آمادم.
میروم.
چکار حرکت.
چه کار
آماده.
کنم؟
حمله.
بله. اطاعت. حمله. میجنگم. حمله.
آماده. حرکت می‌کنم.
چکار میجنگم.
بله. چه کار کنم؟ میوه چین. آمادم. میسازم. چه کار کنم؟ میسازم. بله. چوبور.
بله حرکت میکنم.
آمادم. بله. آمادم.
به گوش بله. میوه چین.
آمادم. به گوش هستم. میوه چین.
آمادم.
اطاعت.
آمادم. به گوش هستم. میوه چین.
بله. میوه چین.
چه کار کنم؟ حمله.
چه کار کنه؟
به گوش از کدام نقطه؟ میسازم.
حمله.
بله.
میروم.
آمادم.
آمادم.
اطاعت.
آمادم. حرکت میکنم. میوه چین. بله.
چیکار کنم؟ اطاعت میکنم. میسازم.
به گوش از میسازم.
آمادم. میوه چین. بله. میوه چین. به کدام چوب بر؟ آمادم. میوه چین.
بله. میوه چین.
What a disaster. You are a tough opponent.
چه کار کنم؟
بله. بله. حاضر. حرکت دستور بفرمایید. بله. حرکت میکنم. حاضرم. بله.
بگو. بله. اطاعت. میسازم.
چیکار؟ میوه چین.
به گوش هستم. میسازم.
چه کار کنم؟
بله. چوب بر. چه کار کنم؟ چوب. به کدام نقطه؟ چوب بر. حرکت میکنم. میسازم.
بله. از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
چه کار؟ بله.
از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
به گوش هستم. میسازم.
آماده. اطاعت. بله. اطاعت. بله. حرکت میکنم.
چه کار کنم؟ چوب بر.
چه کار کنم؟
بله.
بله.
حرکت.
من اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد. بله.
چه کار
از
کنم؟
اینکه من آزاد کردم. بله. اطاعت. حمله.
به گوش است. میوه چین.
حمله.
آماده حمله جنگم. بله حمله جنگم.
بله بله حرکتات میکنم.
بله بله اطاعت.
آماده صحیح. هم حمله میکنم.
بله اطاعت.
حرکت میکنم.
آمادم.
اما از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
حکمونه و میارده.
اما میوه چین. چه کار؟ بله حرکت میکن. چوبور.
اما بله بله بله
بله حرکت میکنم. چیکار
آماده
کنم؟
ام. میوه چین. بله میوه چین.
دستور بفرمایید.
حرکت.
بله
بله اطاعت. حرکت.
لجمه بای ریشخان وهل.
بله
You can save your men's
Etari,
lives by
barricade.
giving up now.
حکمونه و منع.
حرکت.
به گوش
بله
هستم.
میوه چین.
بله حرکت.
آماده حرکت میکنم.
اما از اینکه من آزاد کردی
بله.
متشکرم.
چه کار؟ بله اطاعت. بله بله حمله. چه کار کنم؟ میروم.
به گوش هستم. چیکار کنم؟ میوه چین.
چه کار؟ اطاعت. آماده. بله میجنگم. حمله. بله میجنگم. آماده. اطاعت. میروم.
آمادم.
بله اطاعت.
بله
چه کار کن؟ حرکت میکنم.
آماده ام.
من از اینکه من
چه کار؟
آزاد کردی
اطاعت.
متشکرم.
اطاعت.
هستم.
چه بتا می جنگم
می جنگم حمله.
چه بتا می جنگم
بله
حمله.
بله
چه کار کنم؟
اینکه من از اینکه بله اطاعت میشه.
حرکت میکنم.
بله از اینکه من چه کار کنم؟ بله از اینکه من آزاد کردیم بله اطاعت میشه. بله
اطاعت.
Seems I have the upper edge on you. How nice.
بله
Prêt, je le ferai.
بله چه کار حمله
چه کار حرکت میکنم. چه کار اطاعت. آماده
من انجام نیستم.
آری میکنم.
بله
Bayraktar.
بله
حمله.
از اینکه من آزاد کردم.
آماده
حمله. حمله.
بله میسازم.
چه کار کنی جنگل حمله کار.
خیلی متاسفم قادر به انجام اون نیستم.
می جنگم حمله.
اطاعت. به کدام نقطه؟
آمادم.
چه کار کنم؟ حرکت میکنم. اطاعت. بله می جنگم. بله حرکت میکنم. اطاعت. حمله. آمادم. بله می جنگم. بله اطاعت. حمله. آمادم. می جنگم.
آمادم.
چه کار کنم؟ بله اطاعت.
آمادم. اطاعت.
چیکار کنم؟
بله. میوه چین.
بله. به گوش هستم. بله. میوه چین.
احساس میکنم که قدرتمندتر هستم.
حمله.
حرکت میکنم. می جنگم.
آماده. حرکت. اطاعت.
Oui, très bien. Je le ferai.
چکار بله. آماده. اطاعت. حرکت.
Votre ordre, très bien.
چکار کنم؟ بله. اطاعت. حرکت. بله.
Oui, je le ferai. آماده. اطاعت. بله.
بله. اطاعت. می جنگم. حمله. آمادم. حمله. آمادم. حرکت. بله. حرکت. اطاعت. چکار؟ حرکت. اطاعت. می جنگم. حمله. آمادم. حرکت. می جنگم. بله. بله. حمله. اطاعت. حرکت. می جنگم. آمادم. اطاعت. حمله.
چیکار کنم؟ اطاعت. میسازم.
بله. حرکت. بله.
حکمونه و منه. به گوش هستم. میوه چین.
آمادم. اطاعت. میوه چین. بله. میوه چین.
چکار؟ اطاعت. حرکت.
به گوش هست. چوب بر.
اینکه من بله حمله حمله اطاعت میشه از اینکه من اطاعت میشه
بله اطاعت بله اطاعت بله بله
آماده کدام نوع؟ بله حمله. چیکار کنم؟ حمله.
حمله 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 بله حمله
حمله
چکار از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم
بله حرکت چکار بله 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 بی جنگ بله اطاعت حمله بله حمله بی جنگ بله حرکت بله بله اطاعت حمله بی جنگ بله حمله چکار حمله
بله
بله
آمادم بله اطاعت
Très bien, je lui. بله آتا حرکت
بله
Oui, je le ferai, très bien. Ouais, je le ferai, oui, très bien.
حرکت میکنم
Oui, oui, je le ferai. بله بله حرکت بله حرکت چه کار کنم بله Oui, je le ferai.
حرکت میکنم میسازم
بله. آماده. بله.
بله حرکت میکنم.
خیلی متاسفم قادر به انجام اون نیستم.
بهت میروم.
چه کار کنم؟
چه تاریک بله.
To the victor belong the spoils.
بله تا حرکت میکنم. میسازم. بگو بله اطاعت میکنم. چوب بر.
آماده بی بچین.
بله حرکت میکنم. بله اطاعت.
اطاعت. بله اطاعت.
بله.
حرکت
بله. آمادم. چه کار کنم؟ به کدام نقطه؟
میروم. اطاعت. اطاعت.
آماده بی بچین.
چه کار کنم؟
آمادم.
بله حمله. به گوش هستم. بله حرکت حمله. چه بی بچین.
حرکت میکنم. می جنگم. چه کار بله حرکت حمله. حرکت میکنم.
میروم. بله.
به گوش هستم.
آمادم.
میروم.
آماده حمله. بگو حمله. بله
حمله. بگو حمله حمله آقا حمله کدام حمله چه کار حمله بله حمله به گوش هستم میوه چین حمله چه کار بله حمله بله میوه چین
Oui, très, je le ferai. Oui, très bien.
به گوش هستم شو بر اطاعت اطاعت
اتاله
بگوش حرکت بله کدام میوه چین
Prêt. Oui, chargez. Harekat. Votre ordre. Oui, je le fous. Oui. Votre ordre. Oui, très bien. Oui, très bien. Oui. Prêt, très bien. Votre enchant, oui. À l'attaque. Oui, très, je le chargez. Oui, très bien. Je le ferai. Prêt. Oui, je le ferai. Oui, oui, je le ferai. Oui, très bien.
آماده‌ام.
Oui, oui, très bien.
آما میوه چین
Très bien, oui, très bien, oui, très bien, je le ferai.
بله میوه چین
بله میروم چه کار کنم بله میجنگم
چه کار کنم؟
بله
چه تله حرکت
بله میوه چین
احساس میکنم که قدرتمندتر هستم.
بله تو حمله حمله چه حرکت میجنگم بله حمله
بگو حمله
به کدام حمله
آمادم
بله کدام حمله
بله اطاعت حمله
بله بله حمله
حمله
آماده میوه چین
میروم
بله
بله میوه چین چیکار میوه چین
آمادم اطاعت
بله
چه حرکت حمله
چه کار کنم
احساس میکنم که قدرتمندتر هستم. بله اطاعت میشه از اطاعت میشه بله از اطاعت میشه
آماده
آری
میکنم
آری صحیح
حمله
آری صحیح
چه کار حمله میجنگم
بله
بله اطاعت حمله
نجمخ
آمادم میجنگم
چه کار کنم از اینکه من آزاد کرد حمله بله
چه کار کنم حرکت اطاعت حرکت Très bien. Je le ferai.
آماده. بله. به کدام نقطه؟
آمادم. اطاعت. به کدام نقطه؟ چوب بر.
بگوش از میوه چین.
چیکار؟ میوه چین. بگوش از میوه چین.
حمله.
Très bien. À l'attaque. Chargez. Oui.
آماده.
Je le ferai. À l'attaque.
آری.
Ouais. Votre ordre.
بله. حمله. چه کار کنم؟ حمله. بله. چه کار؟ بله. میوه چین. میوه چین.
بله.
بله. حرکت میکنم. میسازم. میسازم.
ليش محكي عرته ليش خنوهل
آماده. خیلی متاسفم. آماده به انجام نیستم.
Oui, très bien. Prêt. Je le ferai. Très bien.
به گوش هستم.
Allez. Allez. Harika. Votre ordre. Chargez. Oui, oui. À l'attaque.
Check allez.
Prêt. Très bien. Très bien. Oui. Chargez. Votre ordre. Très bien. Oui.
بله. حمله.
Votre ordre. Chargez. Oui. À l'attaque. En mode ninja. Ouais. Chargez. Votre ordre. Oui. À l'attaque.
Salam.
Oui. Chargez. Ouais. À l'attaque. Oui. Je le ferai. À l'attaque. Chargez. Oui. Ouais. Oui. Votre ordre. Chargez. Oui. Votre ordre. Oui. Très bien. À l'attaque. Ouais. Je le ferai. Très bien. Je le ferai. Oui, très bien. Prêt, je le ferai. Oui, chargez.
چیکار؟ به کدام نقطه؟
Oui, je le ferai. Votre ordre. Oui, très bien, je le ferai. Oui, à l'attaque.
بگو. آماده. بله.
Oui, oui. Prêt.
چه کار کنم؟
Votre ordre, ouais. Oui.
بله امره بله امره بله اطاعت میشه حمله چه کار کنم حمله از اینکه من بله حمله
بله بله می جنگم
از اینکه من حمله
Oui, très bien. Oui, oui. Chargez.
بله از اینکه من حمله
Votre ordre, oui. Je le ferai bien.
بله
Oui, oui, très bien. Chargez. Votre ordre, je le ferai. À l'attaque. Ouais, oui. Je le ferai. Oui. Votre ordre, à l'attaque. Oui. Oui, très bien. Chargez. Ouais, je le ferai. Votre ordre, oui. Ouais. Très bien. Chargez. Votre ordre, oui, oui. À l'attaque.
بله اطاعت میشه چه کار کنم از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم
Away with Jeb. I'm no thief. Nothing else for
از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم
trouble about. I'm no thief.
Ouais.
Aye, nothing. Hoofing it. Nothing else. Hoofing it. I sailed them.
Votre ordre.
Fire. Okay. I sailed them.
آماده اطاعت به گوشت بله بله حرکت میکنم میسازم
چیکار کنم؟ آماده
به گوش هستم.
حرکت میکنم.
بله بله
چیکار اطاعت
به
میکنم؟
گوشت اطاعت آماده بله چه کار کنم حرکت بله
Votre oui. Oui.
چه کار کنم بله
بله
آماده اطاعت میشه بله اطاعت میشه
بله چوب بر چه کار کنم اطاعت چوب بر
votre ordre? Très bien. Chargez! À l'attaque! Prêt? Je le ferai.
بله از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم.
Signore! Alla insegne! Signore! Alla bandiera!
حکمون بیرخته. بله حمله آمادم. چکار حرکت. بله اطاعت. حرکت. بله اطاعت. حرکت. بله اطاعت. حرکت. بله حرکت. بله حمله. بله می جنگم.
اطاعت میشه.
Entio. Io refer.
ریشخندوهل بیرخته.
آماده. چوب بر.
چکار کن؟ از اینکه من آزاد. بله. از اینکه من آزاد. حمله.
In Taio. Io refer. Inec rec. Taio.
بله بله اطاعت میشه. از اینکه من آزاد. بله
Oui. Oui.
Who for it? Nothing else for
از
it.
اینکه من آزاد. بله بله آمادم. حمله.
آمادم. حرکت.
بله.
بله بله.
به گوش هستم. کار کنم. حرکت میکنم. میسازم.
آمادم. میوه چین. حرکت میکنم.
بله بله اطاعت. حرکت میکنم. اطاعت.
بله به کدام نوع؟ بله
آمادم. حرکت میکنم. بله اطاعت.
حاضر حنفذ. نعم حاضر. نعم حنفذ. نعم حاضر حنفذ. حنفذ. نعم حاضر. حاضر حنفذ. نعم حاضر. نعم حاضر حنفذ. نعم نعم.
آماده. طاعت. چکار طاعت؟
نعم حاضر حنفذ. هجوم إلى المعركة. نعم نعم حنف. حاضر. نعم حنف. نعم حاضر هجوم نعم إلى المعركة نعم حنفذ نعم هجوم أيوة نعم إلى المعركة نعم مستعد حاضر حنفذ إلى المعركة أمر مستعد حاضر أمر حنفذ هجوم مستعد إلى المعركة أمرك نعم حاضر نعم هجوم أي مستعد
چه کار؟ بله حرکت حمله
چه کار کنم؟ از اینکه من آزاد کردی متشکرم. از اینکه من آزاد کرد حمله
I sailed on fire!
أمرك نعم
votre oui
أيوة حنفذ حاضر أمرك حنفذ نعم إلى المعركة أيوة حنفذ نعم حاضر أمرك
Perhaps I can at least retrieve some dignity out of this debacle. Kind sir, will you accept my surrender?
Say, most definitely. So in general, I would rate this map pretty high. Yeah, it's kind of like Bayou, except you're obviously in Iraq. Obviously the native distribution's a little bit different. They're off to the side instead, more in the middle. But overall, I definitely think this is a cool map if you like the swamp type of gameplay. Just note that the hunts are going to be a little bit less obvious here than they are going to be on, say, the previous map, the Zagros. So yeah, I like this map pretty good. I also was pleased to see that they have machine gun camels in the game finally for World War I. That was one of the things I kept checking on, and I just didn't see it before. But it looks like it is there. They do need to change the name and the description. But other than that, looks good. Absolutely good. I find it pretty interesting how it has like 8 splash attack. I think that's a kind of a cool feature, actually, you know? Because if we look at the stats a little bit more in depth, the range attack is not that big. It's like only 18. But when it has like 8 splash, and then it has 2x against cavalry. So on their own, not that good, you know? But they do a lot of spread damage, so they can be great if you stack them on top of each other against huge armies of stuff, particularly hand cavalry. But somewhat hand infantry too, especially if it's assault class or scout class, because that has the shock tag. I bet they'd even be good against pikemen and mass, though. Yeah. What tags is it against? It's gunpowder, cavalry, and artillery. Alright. Good to see. Most definitely. I want to check out another map, too. Let's see what other map we got here. Let's get into another one. Looking at Levant. So I mentioned earlier in the stream, this is basically similar to the map of Israel, I would say, except it's a little bit crunched in to include Lebanon, Syria, and, the southern part of Turkey. Because you can see here, this would basically be Gaza, and then this would be like Antioch up here. So you got the coastal plains over here, and then you have the highlands as you get deeper in, and then you have like the Judean desert in the back. So it's actually a pretty good Israel map. I gotta say, they did a pretty good job with it. So we're gonna start this one now with the Saudis, and we can compete against Ottomans, I guess. Let me see here. Or anyone matter. I'm trying to think of a good civ. Let's go. Let's try the Belgians. Let's see what the Belgians have to offer. Yeah, should be fun. So I'm gonna test this one out, and I'll rate it at the end. I might have to step out for a number of minutes though to take care of some business in the middle of it, but don't worry, I won't be leaving. I'll just keep it on pause, and then I'll come back and complete the rest. So just be aware of that. That could happen at any time. Yeah. So. Alright, let's start and see how far I get before I have to pause and then take care of that business and then come back. Alright, let's start.
أنا مستعد. ما هي أوامرك؟ حاضر. حطاب. ما هي أوامرك؟ سأفعل ذلك. حاضر.
أنا طوء فورا كما ترى. أنا طوء بنانك. نعم على الفور. أنا طوء بنانك. بدون مزيد من التأخير.
أنا ذاهب. حاضر. أنا ذاهب. صياد.
أنا صيادة.
بمنتهى السرعة. على الفور.
سأفعل ذلك.
أنا على الفور. كيف يمكنني أنا كما ترى فورا. أنا نعم. كيف يمكن نعم. أنا كما ترغب. إنني أتوجس بمنتهى السرعة. نعم. كيف أنا طوء بدون مزيد كما ترغب. أجل بمنتهى على الفور. إنني أنا طوء على الفور بدون مزيد بمنتهى السرعة. كيف فورا بدون مزيد أجل كما ترغب. أنا طوء بنان كما ترغب. ما هي بمنتهى السرعة كما ترغب. بالشكل الذي على الفور. بمنتهى السرعة. على الفور.
حاضر. أنا ذاهب. أنا ذاهب.
مرحبا صيادة.
ما هي أوامر؟ سأفعل ذلك. أنا سأفعل ذلك. صياد.
أجل يا سيدي. كيف كما ترغب. أجل فورا على الفور.
ما هي؟ سأفعل. حاضر. سأفعل ذلك. صيادة.
نعم.
ما هي؟ صيد. أنا مستعدة.
كيف فورا بمنتهى السرعة. أجل يا سيدي كما ترغب على الفور. إنني أتوا. أجل يا سيدي كما ترغب.
أنا ذاهب. حاضر. أنا ذاهب.
كيف يمكن على الفور بدون مزيد من التأخير. أجل كما ترغب على الفور كما ترغب.
نعم سأفعل ذلك. حاضر. أنا ذاهب.
ما هي؟ فورا.
ما هي؟ حاضر. صياد.
أجل. نعم. ما هي؟ بمنتهى السرعة. فورا.
أنا ذا سأفعل ذا. صياد. نعم.
ما هي؟ حطابة. أنا مستعد.
ما هي؟ حطاب.
ما هي؟ حطابة.
نعم. ما هي؟ أنا ذا. صياد.
أجل أنا طوء بالشكل الذي بدون مزيد بمنتهى السرعة على الفور بدون مزيد من التأخير. كيف فورا كما ترغب. فورا.
أنا مستعدة.
نعم. حاضر. أنا ذاهب. صياد.
ما هي أوامرك؟ أنا صيادة.
هيئة اللواءات تحرك. وقت مضاعف. أجل سيدي. إلى الأمام. تحركوا. أجل يا سيدي بدون مزيد من التأخير. هيئة اللواءات وقت إلى الأمام. سر. نعم سيدي. تحركوا. استعداد لسماع الأوامر. نعم سيدي. إلى الأمام. سر. ما هي؟ إنني. نعم. تحركوا. أجل يسعى على الفور بمنتهى السرعة. نعم سيدي. استعد. وقت أرفع إعداد القوات للمعركة. كما ترغب. استعداد. استعدوا للمعركة. فيمكن بدون مزيد من التأخير. أنا طوء بنانك.
What is taken for oneself is usually not a small piece.
هيئة اللواءات إلى الأمام. وقت مضاعف. إنني كما ترغب.
مرحبا. أنا ذاهبة. أنا ذاهبة. حطابة.
ما هي؟ صياد.
أجل على الفور. أنا طوء بنانك.
أنا ذاهبة. حطابة.
بدون مزيد كما ترغب. هجوم.
مرحبا. أنا هجوم. مرحبا.
نعم. ما هي صياد.
ما هي
نعم.
أوامرك؟
صياد. نعم. حاضر. أنا ذاهب. هجوم. ما هي أوامرك؟ صياد. أنا صياد.
بدون بمنتهى. نعم. أنا طوء بنانك. مستعدون في انتظار الأوامر. سيدي تحت أمرك. نعم سيدي. سر إلى الأمام. سر.
مرحبا. جامعة. أنا جامعة.
اختراق المعسكر. سيدي للأمام. للأمام. سر.
أنا ذاهب. هجوم.
استعدوا للمعركة.
هجوم.
حاضر.
مستعدون في اختراق للأمام. هجوم. اختراق. استعدوا للمعركة. تحت أمر. للأمام. هجوم. هيئة اللواءات. وقت مضاعف. اللواء. اختراق للأمام. استعدوا. سر. أجل سيدي. اختراق المعسكر.
صياد.
للأمام. سر. نعم. أجل بدون مزيد من التأخير. للأمام. سر.
ما هي أوامرك؟
استعدوا. إعداد القوات للمعركة. سيدي في انتظار الأوامر. استعدوا. إعداد القوات للمعركة. استعدوا للمعركة. للأمام. سر.
صياد.
اختراق المعسكر. نعم. كما ترغب. للأمام. للأمام. سر.
أنا ذاهب. جامع.
أجل بدون مزيد. نعم بمنتهى السرعة. سيدي تحت أمرك. إعداد القوات للمعركة. للأمام. سر. اللواء. للأمام. سر. مستعدون في اختراق المعسكر. اللواء. للأمام. هيئة اللواء. اختراق. للأمام. استعدوا. سر. إلى الأمام. سيدي. سر. اختراق. للأمام. نعم تحركوا. للأمام. مستعدوا. للأمام. هيئة استعداد. وقت مضاعف. للأمام. هجوم. للأمام. استعدوا للمعركة. للأمام. سر. سيد اختراق المعسكر. للأمام. سر. فورا بالشكل الذي يسر. كيف فورا. نعم. إنني أتوجه على الفور. أجل كما ترغب. بمنتهى على الفور. كما ترغب. على الفور. نعم أجل يا سيدي. مستعدون في اختراق المعسكر. للأمام. سر. كما ترغب. ما هي مهم بمنتهى السرعة. سيدي. هيئة اللواء. إلى الأمام.
نعم.
سر. اللواء. اختراق المعسكر. للأمام. سر. استعدوا. للأمام. سر. مستعدون في اختراق المعسكر. اللواء. للأمام. سر. للأمام. سر. للأمام. سر. سيدي تحت أمرك. للأمام. اختراق. للأمام. اختراق إعداد القوة. للأمام. استعدوا في انتظار الأوامر. للأمام. اختراق للأمام. سر. سيدي تحت أمرك. اختراق إعداد القوات للمعركة. مستعد. للأمام. اختراق.
Lingering in earlier ages. I prefer more
إعداد القوات للمعركة. للأمام. هيئة اللواء. وقت مضاعف. اللواء. اختراق للأمام. أجل سيدي. سر. إلى الأمام. سر. استعدوا. للأمام. سر. سيدي اختراق المعسكر. تحركوا.
ما هي سأفعل ذلك. أنا جامع.
What was that? What was that exactly? I don't know. I'm gonna try that again. Let's try with the different AI. You could try, I don't know. I'll try a basic one. Let's do I don't know. Try to think of a good one. What's a good AI to do for this sort of a challenge? Oh, we could do Franz Joseph or something. Yeah. I didn't know what happened there. Like, it crashed Bandicoot on me. I gotta, like, make sure that there's no, like, bug there that we need to look at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Like, what could have caused that? Was it, like, a collision between the berries and the oasis or something? We gotta, like, look out for that sort of thing, because if that happens to somebody in a random game, they're not gonna be happy. So, yeah, we gotta, like, look out for that sort of thing, most definitely. So, yeah. Alright, we're gonna go same map again. Just keep playing Levant till we complete it. So far, I'm liking it. I like the geographical differences for the most part. I think that part they did really good on, honestly. Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna put the Oasis. Let's see if it, like, crashes out with this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
أجل نعم كي أجل أنا طوء كما ترغب. ما هي مهمتي؟ كيف فورا كيف يمكنني أن أؤدي الخدمة؟ أجل يا سيدي كيف يمكن كما ترغب.
Yeah, food treasure. So this oasis built fine, even though it was built near the date palms. I don't know what happened there. We'll try building a secondary oasis around this again and see if it crashes. Because if it crashes again, we gotta, like, find out what caused that exactly. I wasn't expecting a crash either, so I didn't really have any procedure in place to check for what the bug was that caused it. I'm gonna get my Madrasa caravan out now. Here, just keep scouting around for treasures. At least this map has some viable treasures with the lions mainly for wood and different resources, so that's good. That's definitely reliable. So that's awesome.
كما ترغب نعم أنا طو فورا بدون على الفور كما ترغب بدون بالشكل أنا طو بمنتهى فورا نعم على الفور بدون نعم أنا طو كما ترغب فورا أجل بمنتهى بدون كما ترغب فورا بالشكل نعم كيف بدون مزيد من التأخير.
Got another camel up here.
ما هي بمنتهى فورا نعم فورا نعم على الفور.
أنا مستعدة. ما هي أنا حاضر. سأفعل.
أجل نعم أنا طوء بناء فورا.
Okay, let's get our yellow up. Very good.
على الفور نعم بدون مزيد.
Is there elephants here? There's elephants here. Ah, there's elephants in the Levant. I think they were in more ancient times, but still got them now. Very, very strange indeed. Oh, most definitely. Yep, this would be the Judean desert probably, right? This is like the Judean highlands, and then this is the coastal plain. I like it. It's sort of like California, but it's Israeli pretty much. Yeah. No, it's quite neat.
كما ترغب. أنا طوء
Quite neat.
بنانك.
I'm just doing a bit of scout. So for right now, the placeholder natives are Bhakti.
أجل يا سيدي.
Right there. So yeah, the Bhakti. Pretty much.
كما
Yep.
ترغب. فورا. نعم. أنا طوء بدون مزيد. نعم. على الفور. بدون
Not
مزيد.
bad.
ما هي كما ترغب. فورا. أنا طوء بالشكل بمنتهى
Trying to scout around to find the next area I want to look. Yeah, we gotta get the second one now. Here. Where's our hunt? Okay, so we got some Naglai over there we can get. Very good idea. So what would actually be like the ideal herdable to have on this map, actually? I don't feel like the Naglai from India should really be the herdable they have here unless there's something similar in the Levant that they're basing it off of. Yeah. Well, anyways, let's just get over here now. I'm gonna get my deck as well. What, Ajman and this and this. Alright, that should be good. And we'll play it similarly as last time and just see if anything weird happens. Because if it does, we need to be on top of it and like report it or whatever. Because the last thing we need with this patch release is like any big crash issues. Yeah, no, most definitely.
أنا طوء. نعم. كما ترغب. فورا. نعم. بدون مزيد. كما ترغب. بدون مزيد من الفور. على الفور. فورا. أنا طوء على الفور. نعم. على الفور. نعم. بمنتهى السرعة. على الفور. فورا. نعم. كيف يمكن أنا طوء بنانك بمنتهى السرعة.
نعم. صياد.
Alright, we're gonna go for level 3 now.
إنني بالشكل ما هي فورا. أجل على الفور.
ما هي أوامرك؟ صياد. أنا حطاب.
Let's get more wood actually. We don't need. Let's finish off that food, yeah. So far so good. Be an H2 very quickly and then we can go with the next step. Where's my souk caravan? It's called a souk and not a bazaar, by the way. Just so you know.
ما هي أوامرك؟ صياد. أنا مفتقد.
Get some food here, comida, get this.
صياد.
Ibn I'll get that. I'll get this time. Well, actually, no. We should get bills. Should get bills. Yeah. Let's get some Aldinos. I'm just trying to see if we can get back to the previous like point in the game where that crash happened and see what caused it exactly. Was it like the Advanced Oasis card? What could have potentially caused that? I hope it's not that thing that happened in Struggle of Indonesia where, you know, if something builds on top of an area and it's obstructed, it just crashes the game with the code or whatever. That would be kind of obnoxious, so I'm kind of praying that it's not that and it's something a bit more minute, because that would be super annoying, because that means that's something they can't even really fix unless they space the stuff out like really far, and then, yeah. We'll see. I mean, maybe it was an isolated fluke. We'll find out very, very soon. I'm gonna get Gunsmith here. Keep making Jundis. Maybe some Mutawins as well. And play it just like last time. This time only we're gonna be fighting line infantry of the Austro-Hungarians instead of that of the Russians. The Russians, as you know, are gonna have weak line infantry, but in this case, against the Austro-Hungarians, it's actually going to be stronger line infantry. And not only is it going to be stronger line infantry, they're going to have their Royal Guard upgrade in Age 3 instead of Age 4. So they're going to be able to upgrade their stuff stronger much earlier on than most cities would be able to, you know, normally do. Yeah.
كيف كما ترغب.
Let's pick up some more market text now. Yeah. Get this. Yeah, mining here. Get the villager stat here.
نعم سيدي. وقت مضاعف. أجل يا سيدي. اللواء وهيئة الأركان في خدمتكم. مستعد لاختراق المعسكر. استعداد لسماع الأوامر. تحركوا. هيئة اللواء. وقت مضاعف. نعم سيدي.
Alright, here we go with the advanced Oasis again. We're going to try putting it up right around this spot and see if it causes another Crash Bandicoot on it. Because if it does, then obviously we have to do something about that to fix it. But yeah, hopefully it does not happen this time. It's definitely not. We'll see though, we'll see. See what happens. Okay, it looks like it's not being obstructed at all. I hope it doesn't crash anything, because if it does, then we know something is up. Most definitely. Okay, it built. Alright, it built. We can get Quinod now, just so the boosters will come out faster. Okay, interesting. Looks like that wasn't really the issue, right? No, not at all. Looks like everything's fine for right now. Okay. Something is up. Something is up, people. Something's going on. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna try something really fast here. I want to like get to the bottom of that and figure it out. Let's go like an ESOC map, and I will set everything up on speed with like the cheat codes and everything, and see if it still does that. That's a big bug. If that's like going on, like they devs need to know this pronto. If all right, let's go to like ESOC, I don't know, Mendocino or something. Yeah, most definitely, let's do that. I'm gonna put it on fast. We're just gonna cheat code through, set up Saudi, because I didn't know that was gonna happen, because I've done Saudis like a ton of times and never experienced that before. So I wonder if we go to like a non-Middle East map, non-Levant, does it still like do that? You know what I mean? Like what's up with that exactly? Is that because there's like date palms there or what? Let's find out. Let me get the cheat codes on now. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is let me just build like a advanced oasis like right here just for the sake. Is it this that's causing the problem? I'm trying to figure it out. Like what's the root issue here? Rudimentary wise. Is it because we're eating the fruit? Like what's going on here? Is it like a spawning issue or what? Alright, let me just get a bunch of stuff here. Just start researching stuff like crazy. We'll send, what else do we send in? This, right. Is it something to do with this, or I'm trying to figure it out? Like, legit trying to look at this issue. Okay, and if we get all this stuff, what about this? Is this the cause of it? Is that market text? I don't think so. It's not that. I don't get it. Alright, well, let's just try making stuff hypothetically and seeing if it... It's tough to say. They should find an Arab guy to represent. Why is he Asian looking? Should look like that. This is... I'm just trying to figure this out so I can like report it properly. Oh yeah, did they add the thing to make it like a... So what does this do now? Oh, it increases the build limit now. Oh, okay, that... Because before it was supposed to like reduce their prop or something, I guess they changed it to build limit improvement. That's totally fine, you know. Because honestly, basically all these are these little quants are basically Reuters that have multipliers against all cavalry, not just heavy. So, yeah. They're good against dragoons, they're good against like hussars, they're good against Kundislers and the Skolts. Pretty solid all around, yeah. Definitely. Ooh, and the Shorta. Shorta's kind of like a Reuter too, it seems like. Yeah, I know. Because it's like a one-plot dragoon. It looks like, yeah, it's definitely. Now, is the Shorta supposed to be like... I'm assuming it's a common unit for the herb line. Unless I'm wrong, yeah. Definitely, so yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try a test now on another map. So we can like maybe get to the bottom of the situation here. I'm gonna go to what's another map that has date palms on it? The Iraq one we just were on, right? Yeah, I think even Zagros has them, so we'll do one of those now and see if we run into the same sort of conundrum. Yeah. Now let's give it a go and see what happens, yeah. I'm going to try to do everything in the same order this time, too. Let's go to Mesmarshes, right? Alright, let's see if it happens here. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what could have potentially caused that to happen. Because if there's something going wrong with that Levant map, we need to know about. Most definitely.
I promise you an honorable death.
Alright, let's get the madrasa. Alright, we're gonna get this right here. Okay, so we'll build
another hoop.
Alright, we did that. What now? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, it's really tough. And what happens if we get, like, start making Jundis as well? Let's spam a ton of Jundis here and see what it does. Alright, that's going good. Alright, let's go back to Levant now, and I'll run a test there too, just to confirm what's happening. Yeah, most definitely, because I again, I want to make sure this stuff is completely working and stuff. Sure. Basically, yeah. Let me get back to it and find this. Now let's restart into Levant. Want to find the root of this bug if possible. Okay, we're gonna go size again on Levant, but now I'm gonna speed everything up and try the whole cheat code thing to see if it comes out the same or not, and see if it's timer related too, if it like sets off at a certain time. Because it looked like this map was fine, the Eastwalk map was fine. Levant, well, I don't know. Like, we'll have to see here what it does behaviorally wise. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what would cause that, though. Like, why did the game crash at that? And I'll keep it running till that game clock thing, too.
ما هي أوامرك؟
حاضر عاملة ريجن.
أنا مستعد. حاضر.
جامعة
Alright. So far, so good, right? I think so. What now? Okay, so it's loading fine. I mean, let's put some over here to eat this one too. And then in the meantime, I'll make a bunch of jundus as well. Veteran let's make jundi. Yep, something happens on that map. It's that map. That map, something is very wrong. Now, let me try something else. If I put in, like, Maori, does it still do that? Yeah. Puts in Maori, still does that. Alright, now's the moment of truth. If we take like a brain dead AI like the Maori one and give it a test, I want to just try to like run the cheat codes on this one more time to see if it crashes or not. Because if it still crashes, we know something's wrong, and I'm gonna make sure I report this because I wasn't expecting us to have like a legitimate bug like this tonight. So I gotta like, you know, make sure we record that. So I'm gonna get a whole lot of love. Yeah. Because if it doesn't do it with the Maori AI, you know it's something to do with the bot on this map. Some behavior it tries to do with the code. And that's what's doing it. A whole lot of love. Wait a minute, I misspelled it. Wait a second. Alright, so we're gonna get the madrasa out. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna try to recreate the scenario that we just had We're gonna go for this. We're gonna pick up the XP right there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of get a similar profile as that one. So we're gonna get 3 vil, 4 vil, 4 vil, Advanced Oasis, which is Zib. Alright. So based on this situation, we should keep this here right away. We're gonna put this one on here, right? And then we're gonna move this Oasis over here. Alright. So that's gonna build. Okay, so we got dates on each one, and if it still crashes, right? I'm gonna try one more time with a different civ to see if it's Saudi related or not, and then we'll like definitely know that something's wrong with the map here. And what else did we do? We also researched all these market techs, right? Make some mujahideen. And then we're gonna put up a gunsmith here and just train some Jundis. Doesn't matter if they're veteran or not. Spam, spam, spam as many of this as we can. Yeah, and if it still crashes, even with this Maori AI, you know, something is definitely up with the AI coding. Because this AI is like totally like brain dead. It won't build this town center with units. Yeah, it's still functioning. I mean, I'm gonna give it for like a minute or two more, and if it doesn't crash, we know it's AI code. We know it's AI code related. And then that gives the developers like a huge sign. Alright, we know it's related to the AI code now. Also, we could try research. And what else did we research in that game? We did this, right? Yeah, I mean, look, like I can literally patrol around the map with this army of Jundis and it's not crashing now, so I'm pretty certain this is AI related because we got an AI here, it doesn't do squad, isn't even coded, and it's not crashing. So it's gotta, you know what I think it is, now that I look at, because this is Judea, right, this is an Israeli map. Notice the highlands right around the middle of this map here. And notice the coastline of where the Mediterranean is. I think what's happening is the bot is trying to like place a fort down, at least in its algorithm. And the area where it's supposed to put the fort down is covered by a cliff. And it's like trying to do some sort of variable or pointer in the C++ script to put it down. And because that area has an elevation and has a no bueno on it, the pointer in the variable is causing it to like crash. Because here we are, it's like we're about in-game time about 8 minutes in, no crash. So it's the AI. It's the AI that's causing it. So the map is totally fine, but it's the AI that's causing it. So what I'm going to do is, really fast, is I'm going to just show you what the map looks like and resign and just show you what it looks like, because it looks like the AI is not going to work on this map. Not going to work on this map. So just so you know, I'm going to give you a quick summary. So this is the Mediterranean Sea, right? So you got whales and you got fish. You got fish here. This is, if you like study geography in like Israel and Lebanon, there's a coastal region right up along the coastline, right? It's called the coastal plain. That would be like sites like where most of the Israeli cities are. It's like right along the coastline, right, and a little bit more inland. That's the coastal plain. It's basically mostly grassland. There's a lot of good farmland there. You could like grow oranges and citrus fruit. You could grow wheat. Depending on what the soil is, you can grow different things, right? And that's why all of this is like a grassy texture, right? It's pretty flat. You can walk through it pretty easily. This is like sort of the corridor where the coastal plain is, right? Right along this whole trajectory here. And because this is like the whole Levant, this would include Antioch up on the... You're kind of in Antioch if you're here, right? And then the enemy would sort of be down in like probably Gaza, where Gaza City would be, right? So this is the coastal plain. And then in the middle of the country, like this, you see this like protrusion here. This is what we would consider to be the Judean highlands, right? Basically, or the hills of Judea. Or I think it's, I can't remember what it's called, the Judean mountains or the Judean highlands or something. It's basically where the whole story of the Bible happens, right? With like all the prophets and everything after Moses, where most of their cities were. It's where basically Jerusalem is. And in some ways, what I find interesting is, you know where the Sufi site is? This would technically be where Jerusalem would be in like actual, like in a geographical map. If this is Israel, right, this is where Jerusalem would be, right at the exit of the coastal plains and right at the end of the Judean highlands, because what's the east? The desert, right? This is the Judean desert, right along the pathway of all the, what would be considered the West Bank nowadays. And it looks like the way they have it situated here, you have a trade route that goes through Sinai, because this would be the Sinai Peninsula. It curves through what would be like probably the more habitable part of the Negev. Now, here's the thing I find weird, actually. Very strange. They actually didn't put any desert down here, which I found was a little weird, because if this was like a Jewish-Israeli map, the whole south area would be the Negev desert, right? And it would branch sort of upwards this way into the Judean desert. And then, obviously, to the far right, you would have, the Jordan River and the Dead Sea. But this is, I guess, supposed to be a generalized Levantine map, so I guess they didn't go into that sort of detail, right? And it's more assumed that maybe this could be northern Israel, and this could be Samaria down here or something. This could be, Turkey. Whatever the case. But in general, on this map, the most important things you need to know, and as far as real gameplay is this is a pretty good choke point here with the mine and hunts. You could strike enemies for this side. You could strike enemies along the coastline of the Mediterranean, but just be warned that they can take some ships and shoot at you, right? And there's another pathway to attack your opponents as well, which would be to go through the desert right over here. This is the other avenue of attack. So you can strike through the desert, you can strike through the middle area, and you can strike through the left area. As the defender, this means, especially in a treaty situation, there's only 3 areas you have to wall off. You have to wall the coast, you have to wall, the Judean highlands, if you want to call it that, and you have to wall the desert up to... technically, you can't wall off the desert, and this is where trouble can arise, right? And this kind of relates back to the Crusades, where the Crusader states would always, line themselves up along the coastal cities of the Levant, and then a little bit inland. Basically, if you want to be like Saladin with the Saracens, you can take your cavalry right through this desert where the trade route is, and where you can't wall it off, and then you can, ride right up here and, strike them. Because the best thing an opponent could do is they can wall this off along the trade route, but it's kind of enclosed in, and your enemy has all this ground to ride all the way up to here and burn it down this way, right? You could also maybe try to wall some of this off, I guess, and make it hard for them to move around, but same situation basically. So yeah. And then for a trade route, there was 5 trade posts on this map, so this is a very Ottoman or Belgian friendly map. And then as far as natives, right now you just got the Sufi site here. The Sufi site, one thing I do want to know too, because it's been a while, is you will not have the elephants here anymore. You will actually have the dervishes. And it looks like they changed the icon of the building too, so maybe that's going to change as well. They're going to change it from this to these Sufis right here. The Sufi here uses a weapon called a tabarzan. It's a halberd and has the stats of an Age of Empires 3 halberdier. So they've kind of gone from being like a splash cavalry sword native to being like a polearm anti-cavalry one on foot. So, and I think that was good because, halberdiers are pretty strong. And definitely if an enemy's running dragoons or something, you're going to be more thankful that you have polearms now. Yeah, so. Yeah, I thought I'd point that out to you. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Yeah, most definitely. For sure. So, yeah, I actually got to go take care of some stuff now, so I'm probably going to cut the stream a bit short today, and we'll continue with more maps. I think you want me to do more of them tomorrow? I can do more maps tomorrow. That could be a good idea, so we'll convene with more maps tomorrow, maybe? Sounds good? All right, well, thank you for coming tonight. We looked at really 3 maps. We got 7 more to go, so we could easily make 2 or 3 more streams out of this if you want. So yeah, for sure. Sign off now. See you tomorrow. If we're doing this, I mean, we could totally do 0 AD or whatever too. It's really up to you, for sure.